I'm astrologer Kasle. We are going to take a few minutes to answer the question, why use astrology? And if you find this information helpful and you'd like to dive into your own charts, you can book a reading with me on my website at kellykasle.com. And further, if you're wanting to learn more about astrology yourself, I have teachings and courses on my website and Instagram page. Both links are below. But before we answer the question, why use astrology, I'd like to share with you that I started doing self-inquiry work in 2010, so over a decade ago, and have tried out and used many tools, including neuro-linguistic programming, hypnosis, inner child work, shadow work, meditation, yoga, and worked with all kinds of healers and metaphysical teachers. And out of all of those tools, astrology has become my core and foundational tool I use in all of my self-inquiry work. Whenever I am exploring new parts of myself, I always start with the astrology. I found it to be so insightful that I literally created a career out of it. So now let's answer the question, why use astrology? Why do I love this beautiful divine science and art form so much? Everything in the third dimension has form. We humans are no exception. Just like we have figured out the mathematical formulas that create everything we see, like the form of this heart, for example, the code and formula that created your being and your life is written in your natal birth chart. Your natal birth chart is a highly complex map that shows who we are, how we are uniquely built, personality traits, including the challenging aspects of ourselves, as well as strengths and abilities, the good parts of ourselves, karmic lessons, intuitive gifts and abilities. That's always a fun one to look at if you're starting to explore your intuitive gifts, major themes that will play out throughout our life, and how cycles will play out throughout our life. We live in a cyclical world. So your natal birth chart is your personal guide to manifesting what you want in life, especially what you want that will make you truly happy. And for this reason, I wish everyone would learn their charts. So, for example, if you're working on manifesting a new job, your chart will show you the path of least resistance and your talents and personality strengths to utilize in the process of getting a new job. Now, if you've been doing manifestation work for a while, you know that a big part of the manifesting process is integrating shadows and overcoming or transmuting the challenging and competing parts of your personality, which, guess what? You can identify very clearly in your charts. And once you know them, you can transmute and integrate them in a healthy way. Most of my clients are people like myself who found astrology when they were going through really big life changes, transitions, or spiritual awakenings, and were not finding the answers anywhere else. Astrology is a really great tool for understanding why certain things are happening at specific times. I know in my own case, with the ginormous life changes that happened during my Saturn return, there was no amount of meditation or manifestation work that could explain why those things were happening. So astrology was a huge part in me understanding that time period and how to move forward. Personally, I love to be prepared, especially for big changes like that. So I use astrology to know when major changes are coming. Again, remember that it's a system of time, and what areas of life will be affected so that I can prepare accordingly. Beyond our individual selves, we can use it to get to know our loved ones better and improve relationships with our children, family members, work colleagues, and romantic partners. If you do decide to book a session, as an astrologer, I use several tools, including astrology, human design, gene keys, name numerology, and cards of destiny. The big two that we really dive into are astrology and human design. Astrology shows us the big storyline of our life and how all areas of life piece together, while human design zooms into the specifics of an individual's personality and shows how that individual was built to function within a tribal structure. So, for example, your charts will show if you are designed to be the leader, the warrior, a teacher, a salesperson, an artist, etc. Oftentimes, whenever I look at a chart, especially I've had a lot of like CEOs and entrepreneurs, and I'm like, you are built to be a king. Or I work with a mother, and I can clearly see in their charts, you are meant to be a mother and for that to be a strong role in your life. So especially if you're going through a time period when you're trying to figure out, what do I do next? Like, why am I here? Your charts can give you a lot of answers. By studying my own life and in the first 100 clients I had in my first year of doing readings professionally, I can tell you that the charts don't lie and are extremely accurate. The comment that I hear most often in sessions is, how did you know that about me? I get calls regularly from clients saying, that thing that you told me might happen this month on this day, yeah, it happened. We all wish we had had this information a lot sooner. But now, if you start this journey and you get to know your charts, you can. So if you are on a path of self-inquiry or have questions about why you are the way you are or why certain things are happening in your life, I highly recommend learning your charts in depth. I recommend starting with an astrology reading so that you understand the big picture and themes of your life, and then go deeper with a human design reading. I do both readings in that order with clients. This is really courageous work to be doing at this time in history, and I truly believe evolving consciousness through self-improvement is what is necessary to heal the wounds of our time period. I would be honored to be a part of your journey. You can go to my website at the link below to book a session, read client testimonials, and educate yourself. I'd love to work with you. Bless your beautiful life.